Hello, welcome back to the Linguisphere Academy podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sam. Alex, I'm really excited about today's episode because this is something I struggled with for years when I was learning languages.
Oh, really? What was your struggle?
Vocabulary. I thought I needed to know every word. I have flashcards, vocabulary apps, word lists. I was obsessed with quantity. And you know what happened?
What happened?
I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I knew hundreds of words, but I still couldn't speak fluently. I could read well, but when I opened my mouth, nothing came out. It was frustrating.
I think a lot of learners feel exactly the same way, and that's why today's topic is so important. Our topic today is you don't need more English vocabulary. Here's what you actually need.
And we're talking specifically to B1 and B2 learners, people who already have a solid foundation. You're not beginners. You know thousands of words already, but you might feel stuck.
Stuck is the perfect word. You feel like you're not improving. You feel like you need more words. But the problem might not be the number of words you know.
Exactly. The problem might be how you use the words you already know.
By the end of this episode, you're going to understand why more vocabulary isn't the answer, what you actually need to focus on instead, practical strategies to improve your English right now, and how to sound more natural and fluent.
And you'll have a clear action plan. No more wasting time on the wrong things.
Let's start with a question. Sam, how many words do you think a B1 learner knows?
Well, research suggests that a B1 learner knows about 2,000 to 3,000 word families. A B2 learner knows about 4,000 to 5,000.
And how many words does a native speaker use in daily conversation?
That's interesting. Most native speakers use about 2,000 to 3,000 words in 95% of their daily conversations. Actually, studies show that the top 2,000 words cover about 80% of everyday speech.
So here's the shocking truth. If you're at B1 or B2 level, you already know enough words for daily life.
Wait, let me make sure I understand this. You're saying that a B1 learner with 2,000 words already knows enough vocabulary for daily life?
Yes, exactly. You don't need more words. You need to use the words you already know more effectively.
That's actually quite liberating. I spent years thinking I needed more vocabulary. I was always adding words to my list, but I wasn't getting better at speaking.
This is the vocabulary trap. Learners think if I just learn 500 more words, I'll be fluent. But that's not how it works.
So what's actually happening? Why do we feel like we don't know enough words?
There are several reasons. First, we confuse knowing a word with being able to use it. There's a big difference between recognizing a word and using it naturally.
That's so true. I can recognize thousands of words when I read them, but when I speak, I can only use a small fraction of them.
Second, we focus on the wrong words. We learn rare or complicated words because they feel more advanced, but native speakers don't use those words often.
I remember learning words like ubiquitous and meticulous for my exams, but I've never needed them in a real conversation.
Exactly. Third, we don't learn collocations, words that naturally go together. You might know the word make and the word decision, but do you know make a decision as a natural phrase?
That's a great point. Knowing individual words isn't enough. You need to know how they connect.
So today, we're going to shift your mindset. Instead of asking, what new words should I learn, ask, how can I use the words I already know better?
Let's talk about the 80-20 rule for vocabulary.
The Pareto principle. 80% of your communication comes from 20% of your vocabulary.
So which words are in that 20%?
High-frequency words, the words you use every day. Words like get, take, make, do, have, go, come, see, think, know, want, like, say, tell, ask, help, work, live, play, need, want.
These seem so simple.
They are simple, but they're also the most powerful. Look at the word get. It has over 50 different meanings and uses.
50? That's incredible.
Get can mean receive. I got a gift. It can mean understand. I get it. It can mean arrive. I got home. It can mean become. I got tired. It can mean buy. I got some milk. It can mean catch, I got the bus. It can mean have, I got a new phone, and many more.
So if you master get and other high-frequency words, you can say almost anything.
Almost anything. Think about it. A native speaker doesn't use complicated words in daily conversation. They use these simple words in clever combinations.
That's why learners often sound stiff or formal. They're using words they learned from textbooks instead of the everyday words native speakers use.
Exactly. A textbook might teach purchase instead of buy, or obtain instead of get, or assist instead of help, but native speakers use the simple words 90% of the time.
So today we're going to focus on how to use high-frequency words more effectively.
Let's start with the most important word, get.
Okay, give me some examples of how to use get naturally.
Let me give you common phrases with get. Get plus adjective. Get tired, get hungry, get cold, get hot, get excited, get nervous, get worried, get angry.
So get can mean become.
Yes, I'm getting tired means I'm becoming tired. It's getting cold means it's becoming cold.
What about get plus noun?
Get plus noun often means receive or obtain. Get a job, get a car, get a ticket, get a promotion, get a degree, get a chance.
And get plus preposition?
Phrasal verbs with get. Get up, wake up, stand up. Get on, board a vehicle. Get off, exit a vehicle. Get in, enter. Get out, exit. Get over, recover from. Get through, finish, survive. Get along, have a good relationship. Get around, move, travel. Get by, manage with difficulty.
That's a lot of meanings, and I know most of these, but I don't use them naturally.
That's because you haven't practiced using them in context. You've probably studied them as individual words, not as phrases in real situations.
So what should I do differently?
Stop learning words in isolation. Start learning phrases and sentences.
Give me an example.
Instead of learning get and tired separately, learn the sentence, I'm getting tired. I think I'll go to bed.
So I'm learning the whole expression, not just the word.
Yes, and when you learn it in context, you learn the grammar too. You learn that get tired uses get plus adjective. You learn the natural collocation. You learn the flow.
That makes so much sense. Learning vocabulary in sentences is like learning to dance by watching the whole dance, not just individual steps.
That's a great analogy. Let's look at another powerful word, make.
Tell me about make.
Make is another high-frequency word with many uses. Here are common phrases. Make plus noun, create or produce. Make food, make coffee, make dinner, make a plan, make a decision, make a choice, make a mistake, make progress, make money, make friends. Make plus object plus adjective. Make me happy, make her sad, make it easy, make it difficult. Make plus object plus verb. Make me laugh, make her cry, make him wait, make it work.
And there are phrasal verbs with make too?
Yes. Make up, invent, reconcile, make up for, compensate, make of, understand, think, make for, go towards, result in.
I learned all these words in school, but I still struggle to use them.
That's because you learned them as dictionary definitions, not as living language. Let me ask you a question. If you want to say, I decided to buy a new phone, how would you say it?
I decided to buy a new phone.
That's correct. But a native speaker might say, I made a decision to get a new phone.
So they used make a decision instead of decide and get instead of buy.
Exactly. Native speakers often use high-frequency words in combinations like make a decision instead of the more formal decide.
That's interesting. So I can sound more natural by using these simple word combinations.
Yes, and that leads us to our next important concept, collocations.
What are collocations?
Collocations are words that naturally go together. Native speakers learn these as chunks, not as individual words.
Give me some examples.
Here are common collocations with high-frequency verbs. Do. Do homework, do the dishes, do laundry, do business, do a favor, do your best, do research, do exercise. Make. Make a decision, make a mistake, make progress, make money, make a plan, make a choice, make a difference, make an effort. Have. Have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Have a drink, have a conversation, have a discussion, have a good time, have a problem, have an idea, have a question. Take. Take a break, take a look, take a walk, take a shower, take a test, take a photo, take time, take care of.
So native speakers use these chunks automatically?
Yes, they don't think, I will use the verb make with decision. They just say make a decision as one unit.
And learners who translate from their native language might say do a decision or take a decision.
Exactly. And that's why learners sound unnatural, not because they use the wrong words, but because they combine them incorrectly.
So the solution is to learn these chunks.
Yes, when you learn vocabulary, learn the most common collocations with it. Don't just learn decision. Learn make a decision and reach a decision. Don't learn progress alone. Learn make progress and progress slowly. This will help you sound more natural and it will help you speak faster because you're not constructing sentences word by word. You're using chunks.
So when I learn break, I should learn take a break.
Exactly. And have a break. Both are natural. Learn them together.
Let's talk about another issue. What about false friends and words that learners misuse?
That's a great point. False friends are words that look similar in two languages but have different meanings. But there's another problem. Learners often use words in the wrong context.
Give me an example.
Take the word actual. In Spanish, actual means current or present. In English, actual means real or true.
So a Spanish speaker might say the actual situation when they mean the current situation.
Yes, and a French speaker might say I'm confused when they mean I'm embarrassed, because confus in French means embarrassed.
These mistakes can be embarrassing.
They can be, but the solution isn't learning more words. The solution is learning the correct usage of the words you already know.
Let's talk about listening and comprehension. Even if we know words, we might not recognize them in speech.
That's a different issue. That's about pronunciation and connected speech.
What's connected speech?
In natural speech, words blend together. Native speakers don't say, I am going to, they say, I'm gonna. They don't say, want to, they say, wanna. They don't say, going to, they say, gonna.
So learners know the words but can't recognize them because they sound different in speech.
Exactly. And the solution isn't learning new words, it's training your ear to recognize reduced forms and connected speech.
So what should learners do?
Listen to natural speech. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, watch TV shows. But don't just listen passively. Listen actively. Listen for specific words and phrases. Listen to how they're pronounced.
And practice speaking like that?
Yes. When you're comfortable, start using reduced forms. Instead of going to, say gonna. Instead of want to, say wanna. It will make you sound much more natural.
But don't overdo it, right?
Right. Use reduced forms in informal situations. In formal situations, use the full form. The key is knowing the difference.
Let's talk about reading and vocabulary. Many learners read to learn new words. Is that a good strategy?
Yes and no. Reading is excellent for vocabulary acquisition, but many learners make a mistake.
What's the mistake?
They stop every time they see an unknown word. They look it up, write it down, and forget it 5 minutes later. This is inefficient.
What should they do instead?
Use context. Read for meaning first. If you don't understand a word, try to guess its meaning from the context. Then look it up if you need to, and only look up words that seem important.
So don't look up every single word.
No. Research says that you can understand about 95% of a text if you know the most common 2,000 words. You don't need to understand every word to understand the meaning.
So I should focus on understanding the main idea, not every word.
Exactly. You don't need more vocabulary, you need better reading strategies.
Let's move to the practical part. What do learners actually need to focus on?
Great question. Let me give you a list. Number 1, master high-frequency words. Master the most common words. This means knowing not just their meaning, but their multiple meanings, their collocations, and their usage. Words like get, make, do, have, take. Make sure you can use them naturally in different contexts. Number 2, learn collocations. Learn words that go together. Don't learn decision alone. Learn make a decision and reach a decision. Don't learn progress alone. Learn make progress and progress slowly. This will help you sound more natural, and it will help you speak faster because you're not constructing sentences word by word. You're using chunks. Number 3, practice active production. You need to produce language, not just consume it. Speak, write, use the words you've learned. Reading is passive, speaking is active. You can recognize a word in reading, but not produce it in speaking. The solution is practice. Narrate your day, talk to yourself in English, write in a journal, record yourself speaking, practice with a language partner or tutor.
This is where I struggled. I read a lot, but I didn't speak. That's common. Number 4, focus on functional language. Learn language that you actually need for daily life. Learn how to ask for things, make requests, give opinions, agree and disagree, ask for clarification, express feelings, make plans, give instructions, apologize, thank people, make offers. Many learners study random topics when they don't need those words in daily life. Instead, learn the language you actually use. Number 5, improve listening comprehension. Listening is a skill that many learners neglect, but it's crucial. You need to understand native speakers, and this requires different skills than reading. You need to understand connected speech, different accents, and different speeds of speech. The solution is regular listening practice. Podcasts for learners are great, but you should also listen to podcasts made for native speakers. Number 6, build confidence. Confidence is a skill. Many learners know more than they think they know, but they lack confidence to use it. Mistakes are essential for learning. You can't improve without making mistakes. Embrace them. Number 7, learn relevant vocabulary. Learn words that are relevant to your life. If you work in IT, learn IT vocabulary. If you're a student, learn academic vocabulary. Don't waste time learning words you'll never use. Personalize your learning. Number 8, master phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are essential for everyday communication. They're everywhere in spoken English. Learn the most common phrasal verbs and practice using them. Here are 20 essential ones. Get up, get on, get off, get in, get out, get over, get through, get along, turn on, turn off, turn up, turn down, look for, look after, look forward to, put on, take off, take care of, run out of, give up.
That's a great list.
Number 9, learn expressions for fluency. Another way to sound more natural is by learning expressions that help with fluency, expressions that give you time to think, like fillers and discourse markers. Things like, let me think, actually, to be honest, I mean, you know, in my opinion, the thing is, I guess, it's like, anyway. These help you sound more natural and give you time to organize your thoughts. Number 10, learn question and answer patterns. Learn common question patterns and how to answer them naturally. What do you think about? How do you feel about? Do you agree that? Would you rather? What would you do if? Learn the patterns and learn how to answer them without just saying yes or no. Learn how to expand your answers.
Okay, now let's give you a clear action plan. What should learners do starting tomorrow?
Step 1. Assess your vocabulary. Do you really need new words, or do you need to use the words you already know better? Step 2. Make a list of high-frequency verbs. Write down get, make, do, have, take, go, come, see, think, know. For each verb, write down 5 common collocations. For example, get plus tired, get plus job, get plus up, get plus on, get plus over. Step 4. Write 10 sentences using these collocations. Read them aloud. Record yourself. Step 5. Listen to a podcast or watch a video. Write down 5 phrases with high-frequency words. Notice how they're used. Step 6. Practice speaking. Narrate your day using the words and phrases you're learning. Step 7. Write a journal entry. Use the new collocations you've learned. Step 8. Review regularly. Don't just learn it once, review it multiple times. Step 9. Get feedback. Work with a tutor or language partner. Ask them to correct you. Step 10. Be consistent. Do something every day, even if it's just 5 minutes.
Let's talk about repetition. Many learners think they can learn a word once and remember it forever. That's not how memory works.
Memory requires repetition. You need to see, hear, and use a word multiple times before it becomes automatic. Studies suggest you need to encounter a word about 10 to 15 times in different contexts before you truly learn it. And not just reviewing words in isolation. Review them in context. Review them in sentences. Review them in reading and listening. Spaced repetition is best. Review a word, then review it again after a day, then after 3 days, then after a week, then after 2 weeks. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are great for spaced repetition. But don't just review single words, review phrases and sentences.
Let's talk about advanced learners. We're focusing on B1, B2 today, but what about people who want to reach C1 or C2?
The principles are the same. Even at advanced levels, you don't need thousands of new words. You need to refine your usage of the words you already know. At higher levels, you need to learn more nuanced meanings, more sophisticated collocations, more idiomatic expressions, register and style, formal versus informal, and subtleties and connotations. But the foundation is the same. Master the basics first, then refine.
Let me give you some final tips. Stop translating in your head. It's slow and unnatural.
How do I stop translating? Think in English. Narrate your thoughts in English. When you think, I'm hungry, think it in English, not in your native language. Use new words immediately. When you learn a new collocation, use it in a sentence within 24 hours. Learn from mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are evidence of learning. Focus on communication. The goal is to communicate effectively, not to have perfect grammar. Use real materials. Don't just use textbooks. Use podcasts, YouTube, news sites, social media. Talk to native speakers. It's the best way to learn natural English. Be patient. Progress takes time. Don't give up.
What resources do you recommend?
For collocations, use ozdic.com. Google, search for phrases in quotation marks, Youglish, hear words in context, and word reference, good dictionary with examples. For listening, podcasts like The English We Speak from the BBC, Luke's English Podcast, 6-Minute English, YouTube channels like English with Lucy, Learn English with English101.com, and BBC Learning English. TV shows with subtitles like Friends or The Office. For reading, news sites like News in Levels, BBC News, The Guardian, Simplified, graded readers like Penguin Readers, Oxford Bookworms, and Simple English Wikipedia. For speaking practice, apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, italki, Cambly, and in-person conversation groups and language meetups.
Let me give you an example of a student. Let's call her Maria. Maria was at B1 level. She knew about 2,500 words. She could read well. She could understand basic conversations, but she struggled to speak naturally.
What was her problem?
She was translating from her native language. She was using formal language. She was making unnatural collocations.
What did she do?
She stopped learning new words. Instead, she focused on mastering the words she already knew. She learned collocations, she practiced speaking, she listened to podcasts. She used phrases like make a decision instead of decide. She used get tired instead of become tired.
And what happened?
After 3 months, she sounded much more natural. After 6 months, she reached B2. After 1 year, she could have fluent conversations. She didn't learn thousands of new words. She learned to use her existing vocabulary better.
That's powerful. It wasn't about quantity, it was about quality. You don't need more vocabulary, you need to use your vocabulary better.
Here's our challenge for you. For the next 30 days, pick 10 high-frequency verbs: get, make, do, have, take, go, come, see, think, No. For each verb, learn 5 common collocations. That's 50 collocations. Write 10 sentences using these collocations every day. Listen to one podcast or video every day. Write down 5 collocations you hear. Practice speaking for 5 minutes every day. Narrate your day. Use the collocations. Keep a journal. Write 5 sentences every day using the new collocations. Review your collocations every week. Use spaced repetition. After 30 days, record yourself speaking. Listen to the recording. Notice your improvement.
Let me show you the difference between unnatural and natural English. Unnatural. I am going to obtain a new vehicle. I have sufficient money to purchase one. I will proceed to the dealership tomorrow. That's very formal and weird. Now the natural version. I'm going to get a new car. I have enough money to buy one. I'll go to the dealership tomorrow. Much better. Simple. Natural. Another example. Unnatural. I have a query. Could you assist me in comprehending this concept? That sounds like a robot. Natural version. I have a question. Can you help me understand this? So much better. Let me try. Unnatural. I am feeling fatigued. I will commence my work now. Natural. I'm feeling tired. I'll start my work now.
I get it. The natural version uses simpler words, but it sounds more fluent.
Exactly. You don't need fancy words to sound fluent. You need to use simple words naturally.
Let's talk about the psychology. Why do we obsess over learning new words?
I think we feel like we're making progress when we learn new words. It's measurable. Learning 10 new words feels like progress. But practicing collocations doesn't feel like progress. It feels like review. But the review is more valuable. Learning new words gives us a dopamine hit. It feels good, but it's often less useful than mastering the words we already know. So we need to change our mindset. We need to celebrate mastery, not just acquisition. Celebrate when you can use make a decision naturally. Celebrate when you can use get over in a sentence. Celebrate when you understand a podcast without stopping. That's a healthier approach, and it leads to better results.
How do we measure progress if we're not learning new words?
Great question. Here are ways to measure your progress. Record yourself speaking. Compare recordings month to month. Time yourself. How long can you speak without stopping? Notice your confidence. Do you feel more comfortable speaking? Notice your understanding. Do you understand more when you listen? Notice your naturalness. Do you sound more like a native speaker? It's not about word count. It's about fluency, confidence, and naturalness.
Let me summarize the key points of this episode. You already know enough words for daily conversation. The problem is not quantity, but quality. Focus on high-frequency words. Learn collocations, not just individual words. Practice active production, speak and write. Listen to natural speech. Practice regularly, even for 5 minutes a day. Review using spaced repetition. Focus on functional language you actually need. Change your mindset. Celebrate mastery, not just learning new words.
Before we go, let me leave you with this. You are not a beginner. You are not starting from zero. You know thousands of words. You have a solid foundation. You are capable of having conversations in English, and you don't need to know every word in the dictionary. Native speakers don't know every word. They just use the words they know effectively. Your English is already good. Your goal now is to make it better. And the best way to do that is not to learn more words, but to use your current words better. You've been learning English for months or years. You've made so much progress already. Don't forget to celebrate that. But you also have more to give. You can be more fluent. You can be more confident. You can communicate more effectively. And you don't need 5,000 more words to get there.
Let me tell you something important. When you start using your vocabulary more effectively, you won't just speak better English. You'll feel more confident. You'll enjoy conversations more. You'll enjoy learning English more because you'll see that you already have what you need. You just need to use it.
So, here's your mission. Starting tomorrow, stop worrying about new words. Start mastering the words you already know. Use them, practice them, play with them, make them your own. And remember, you don't need more vocabulary. You have enough.
You are enough.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope this episode has given you a new perspective on vocabulary and learning.
Before we go, if this episode helped you, please share it with a friend who's also learning English. And don't forget to subscribe to the Linguasphere Academy podcast.
And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Sam and I read every comment.
So, what are you going to do differently now? Are you going to focus on collocations? Are you going to practice speaking more? Let us know.
We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, you already have enough words.
Bye for now.
Bye.